My name is Lindsey Curnutte, and this is On Air with Heritage Action, a podcast built for conservatives. Twice a week, we break down in 5-ish minutes or less how you can get involved today in the fight for conservative values. Hello, welcome back to the podcast. Today we are joined by Mike Howell, who is the Senior Advisor for Government Relations at the Heritage Foundation. He is also head of the newly created Conservative Oversight Project. Mike has been a great partner to Heritage Action, and more on that later. But first, we really want to talk about the Conservative Oversight Project and this new project that you're leading to really hold Washington accountable. So tell us what this is and really what the goal is here with this new project.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks for having me in this brick alley that we're in. I can think of no better place to talk about the street fight that'll be the Conservative Oversight Project. So what this basically is a recognition that if, one or both of the houses of Congress flips, it's going to be a lot of congressional oversight. Some of the biggest ideological battles that we'll be having as conservatives will play out in congressional hearing rooms, through congressional investigations, through hopefully a lot of, media coverage, not the mainstream media who's going to ignore all this stuff and already has, but through podcasts like this and our other allies. So what we want to do is we have this great organization, the Heritage Foundation, full of experts, communication wizards, people out in the States, all across the board. We want people to start focusing a little bit on what it's going to look like in 2023 when the gavels go from the Democrats to the Republicans, and Republicans get subpoena power and the ability to hold hearings. So what we're going to start doing is we're going to load up the FOIA cannon. For those of you who don't know what FOIA is, Freedom of Information Act. It is the public's right to access certain information. You can only really get it out if you're willing to sue on it. So guess what? We're going to sue on it. We're going to blast out FOIAs that are specifically targeted at information that we think the government's been holding up and covering up, and the media hasn't really asked any questions about. Just a little bit of comparison. During the Trump administration, when I was at the Department of Homeland Security, we got FOIA'd every single day. Political appointees, every single move, every calendar meeting, every email that was consistently FOIA'd by the left in a well-financed dark money operation. Well, we're going to start doing that to the Biden administration, and no one's really done it yet. The FOIAs by reporters, usually reporters FOIA this stuff, they basically stopped FOIAing the Biden administration. They just are not curious whatsoever about it. So we're going to fill that void. We're going to do this in a lot of separate areas. The border. We want to know who's driving the border crisis. I think I have a pretty good idea. They've outsourced this all to a panoply of nonprofit organizations that are basically running our Department of Homeland Security to get illegal aliens in here because they think they'll vote for Democrats. But we're going to call that out. We're going to prove it. And we're going to make sure that there's accountability when Congress flips so we can hold these people responsible. Big tech, the cooperation of the federal government with big tech, with Facebook, with Google. They're crawling all over the place. And so we need to paint that story for the American public. The list goes on and on. Election integrity, education, China. We need to start getting the information out so that when Republicans do take back power, they're ready to rock and roll at these congressional hearings and have all the information that they need. Yeah,
exciting. But I think this isn't just about Washington. It's not just about holding the Biden administration accountable, which is so important, but it's also the state and local level. I mean, Mike helped us out with uncovering some CRT examples in Gwinnett County, Georgia. We found the syllabus that had CRT in the syllabus. They took the website down. We wanted to know why. So we were holding even school boards accountable. So that's something that I think our activists are really looking towards, kind of figuring out how they can work with school boards and get the information that they need to know about their kids. So how are different ways that activists can kind of do this at the state level, or if you've seen success there already, can you talk about that a bit?
Yeah, absolutely. What happened in Gwinnett County is a great success story by you guys at Heritage Action digging on this, and we're going to dig more. We got, as you mentioned, a FOIA into them. I was just on the phone with their FOIA officer earlier today. We think we're going to have more to uncover there. But the activists out there in the States, you all are on the front lines. We're sitting here in D.C. We have a general idea of what's going on. But you guys know, you guys are, your kids are in these schools. You're aware of what your local or state government's doing. And so we need to make sure that there's a connective tissue between our capabilities here and being able to get this information to sue on it. And you guys out there in the States as the fact finders, people who have an idea of what's going on, who can maybe tip us off. Hey, this is happening in my backyard. Can you help us get some information on it? And so we need to make sure that we are, on the same page and really working together. And so I think to the extent people are willing to reach out and to Heritage Action, we can really rock and roll on this stuff. And so I'm really excited for us all to be able to work together on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. Heritage Action, the Heritage Foundation, we're holding government accountable, but we need you guys. You guys are the ones that are kind of on the front lines here, seeing what's going on at your school boards or in your children's classrooms. So If you want to get involved and kind of help us get the info out there as well, go to heritageaction.com, figure out how to get in touch with us, send us those examples, and really be on the front lines here and just keep holding government accountable from the federal level, state level, local level, wherever you can go. So thanks so much for joining us, Mike. It's great to be with you, and it's great to have this project kicked off. It's going to be great.
Thank you. I'm excited.
That's it for another episode of On Air with Heritage Action. Thank you for tuning in. If you like what you heard in today's episode, please click the follow button. If you want to receive a text message each time a new episode airs, text podcast to 51776 and you'll never miss an episode. That's podcast to 51776. Hi, it's me again, and we need your help. If you like the insights and activist resources that we're providing, please take just 1 minute and help us spread the word. So follow, like, subscribe, and share this episode of On Air with Heritage Action with your friends and family on social media or even over email or text. We need your help to get others involved in the fight to hold Washington accountable. And don't forget, you are also able to subscribe to the show on your favorite podcasting app on your smartphone. So in-app, you're going to search for On Air with Heritage Action and subscribe so you can download episodes and listen on the go. It's the best way to make sure you never miss a thing. Thanks.